so this isn't actually, what? What? See, you're thinking a whole different thing. It wasn't that. This isn't a captain's vlog. This is not a captain's vlog.
I totally was following everything you're doing, though.
This is a video for Tom Simpkins, who was my teacher in high school, one of them. And he wanted me to tell a story about something from high school. Now, the thing is, I don't remember which year this happened, so I don't know if I was in Tom's class or not. This might be Kent. But I built, a lot of kids in high school build bridges. You do the contest where you build like the spaghetti bridge and stuff like that. We did that. But we were the derpy school, severely emotionally impaired, you can tell. And they gave us a list of stuff you could use. And they say you can use as much as you want of anything on this list. You can't use anything that's not on the list. Build a bridge, whoever bridge holds the most weight wins. So I'm looking at the list, and everybody does the same thing, the whole class. They all get spaghetti and glue and start making basic, like, flat plate bridges that all hold like a pound. I looked at it, I was like, well, this is dumb, and we can use string, and we can use thin wire, and like they gave us a big box of stuff, and it was magnet wire. It was like, I don't know, like 30 gauge magnet wire. So I did the logical thing. I took a chair, and I took a chair. I put a chair like that, and I took another chair, I put it like that. And they said we could use as much as we wanted. So I took it was really crappy sisal twine, like thread, but it was made of sisal. And I just start looping this between the two chairs. A lot! Until I had about as big as your finger bundle on each side. And then I take the spool of magnet wire, which is a 5-pound spool, and I start wrapping it. And I spent like 2 days wrapping it. Really sucked. And I wrapped this whole thing, and I made 2 big cables, and then I cut them right here. So I had this tight metal cable with flayed ends. And I had to get special permission. I said, can I put my bridge on a base? And they're like, why? I was like, because my bridge requires a base. Okay. What can I use? Like, we'll find you something. And he came back with like a piece of 2x10 that was like a 6-foot-long piece of 2x10. So I had a base. And we could use a hammer and nails, which was in the box. And they're like, okay, cool, but you can't use it for bridge. It has to only be to hold it to the base. Okay, cool. And I took each strand of like all the twine, and I wrapped it around a roofing nail and hammered it into the board on each end. And then I made 2 towers out of popsicle sticks, laid totally flat like Lincoln logs. And if you're in compression, you could do a lot with a popsicle stick. So 2 big towers, 1 on each end, and I made a deck, and it was like all laced in with more damn sisal twine, and it was this huge contraption. I mean, the whole thing when it was done had to weigh like 60 pounds. I mean, it was massive. And we had like a week to build our bridges, and mine was all done, and everybody else has the same thing. Like they're all like the same damn bridge. They were just arranged slightly differently. And they'd hold like a pound or 2, and that's what everybody was expecting. So they tried mine. And it held, you know, a couple pounds. And then it held all the weight they had. And then we just said, fuck it. And we got this little dude named Art Tovar, who was just cool as hell. The guy was like this tall, this little Mexican dude, and is renowned for one particular physical feat. He can turn 90 degrees while running at full speed. It's insane to see. I love this dude, he's awesome. But could run at full speed and just, and it was so, nobody wanted to play basketball against this guy. But we had him stand on it, and he weighed like 80 pounds, and we put him on it, totally fine. So we got him up, put me on it, and I weighed like 130 pounds. Okay, that was fine. And we just kept getting more and more people, and we ended up getting like 2 big, like Dave-sized guys on there, and it made a sound, and that was it. And then we had to get the guys off and weigh them, and they finally just said, screw it, humans! And they put the bridge up on display, and like when you walk into front of the school, they had this big, you know, the trophy case. But our school was a derpy school. We had like 30 kids from kindergarten through 12. We had like, my graduating class was 5 people. So they put the bridge up on top of the case, and it sat there for years, and it may still be there. If you go to Sheldon Pine School out in West Olive, if there's still a bridge up on top of the case, that was mine. So there's my story of high school, and yeah, I've always been this big of a nerd. So you guys have fun. I'm Chris Boden. I want to personally thank Tom Simpkins, Kent Blom, and Joe Boersma, the 3 men who made me pull my head out of my ass and like turn into a responsible pillar of the community and the dork that I am today. If it weren't for you 3 guys, I'd be dead or in jail. So you guys have fun. Thank you. Thank your teacher. I'll see you next time.
Here at the Geek Group, we've invented a new fundraising strategy. You can now purchase impressively tiny coins we've compressed using high-energy magnetism. We induce a current pulse of 100,000 amps into a copper wire coiled around a golden dollar, dime, or quarter, producing very powerful opposing magnetic fields that compress a quarter to the diameter of a dime, which you then receive in a lovely commemorative package along with the satisfaction that can only come from helping the Geek Group build our endowment, which in turn will allow us to put membership fees, donations, and sponsorships towards furthering the organization rather than just maintaining it. Carry a lightning bolt in your pocket, available at thegeekgroup.org.
I learned how to run a machine shop.
Set up an enterprise-level server.
Program 9-foot robots.
Make lightning!
Edit video.
I'm building a radio station.
Light bulb terrarium.
A high-performance electric car.
I'm a CNC geek.
Computer geek!
Robot geek.
Physics geek!
AV geek.
I'm a radio geek.
Craft geek.
Car buff.
No matter what kind of geek you are, we've got a place for you here at the Geek Group. Come join us. We build awesome.